Chapter 18. Be Charitable. Of course, men should be charitable because it is a duty and a pleasure. But even as a matter of policy, if you possess no higher incentive, you will find that the liberal man will command patronage, while the sordid, uncharitable miser will be avoided. Solomon says that there is that scattereth and yet increaseth, and there is that withholdeth more than meat, but it tendeth to poverty. Of course, the only true charity is that which comes from the heart. The best kind of charity is to help those who are willing to help themselves. Promiscuous almsgiving without inquiring into the worthiness of the applicant is bad in every sense. But to search out and quietly assist those who are struggling for themselves is the kind that scattereth and yet increaseth. But don't fall to the idea that some person's practice of giving a prayer instead of a potato and a benediction instead of bread to the hungry. It's easier to make Christians with full stomachs than empty. Chapter 19, and the most important chapter. Don't blab. Some men have a foolish habit of telling their business secrets. If they make money, they like to tell their neighbors how it was done. Nothing is gained by this, and oftentimes much is lost. Say nothing about your profits, your hopes, your expectations, or your intentions, and this should apply to letters as well as to conversation. Goethe makes Mephistopheles say, "Never write a letter nor destroy one." Businessmen must write letters, but they should be careful what they put in them. If you are losing money, be especially cautious and not tell of it, or you will lose your reputation. I'm going to read that whole chapter again. Oh, no, I'm not. I'm going to fucking finish the book. Hopefully I got time. Chapter 20. Preserve your integrity. It is more precious than diamonds or rubies. The old miser said to his son, "Get money, get it honestly, if you can, but get money." This advice was not only atrociously wicked, but it is also the very essence of stupidity. It was as much to say, if you find it difficult to obtain money honestly, you can easily get it dishonestly. Get it in that way. Poor fool. Not to know that the most difficult thing in life is to make money dishonestly. Not to know that our prisons are full of men who attempted to follow this advice. Not to understand that no man can be dishonest without soon being found out, and that when his lack of principle is discovered, nearly every avenue of success is closed against him forever. This public very properly shun all whose integrity is doubted. No matter how polite and pleasant and accommodating a man may be, none of us dare deal with him if we suspect false weights and measures. Strict honesty not only lies at the foundation of all success in life financially, but in every other respect. Uncompromising integrity of character is invaluable. It secures to its possessor a peace and joy which cannot be attained without it, which no amount of money or houses and lands can purchase. A man who is known to be strictly honest may be ever so poor, but he has the purses of all the community at his disposal. For all know that if he promises to return what he borrows, he will never disappoint them. As a mere matter of selfishness, therefore, if a man had no higher motive for being honest, all will find that the maxim of Dr. Franklin can never fail to be true, that honesty is the best policy. To get rich is not equivalent to being successful. There are many rich, poor men, while there are many others, honest and devout men and women, who have never possessed so much money as some rich persons squander in a week, but who are nevertheless really richer and happier than any man can ever be, while he is a transgressor of the higher laws of his being. The inordinate love of money, no doubt, may be and is the root of all evil, but money itself, when properly used, is not only a handy thing to have in the house, but affords the gratification of blessing our race by enabling its possessor to enlarge the scope of human happiness and human influence. The desire for wealth is nearly universal, and none can say it is without laudable The desire for wealth is nearly universal, and none can say it is not laudable, provided the possessor of it accepts its responsibility and uses it as a friend to humanity. The history of money-getting, which is commerce, is a history of civilization, and wherever trade has flourished most, there, too, have art and science produce the noblest fruits. In fact, as a general thing, money getters are the benefactors of our race. To them, in a great measure, are we indebted for our institutions of learning and of art, for our academies, colleges, and churches. It is no argument against the desire for or the possession of wealth to say that there are sometimes misers who hoard money only for the sake of hoarding, and who have no higher aspiration than to grasp everything which comes within their reach. As we have sometimes hypocrites in religion and demagogues in politics, so there are occasionally misers amongst money-getters. These, however, are only exceptions to the general rule. But when in this country we find such a nuisance and stumbling block as a miser, we remember with gratitude that in America we have no laws of primogeniture. Primogeniture is new to me. Primogeniture. Primogeniture? Primogeniture. Must be French or some shit. Let's go back to reading this sentence. These, however, are only exceptions to the general rule. But when in this country we find such a nuisance and stumbling block as a miser, we remember with gratitude that in America we have no laws of primogeniture, and that in the due course of nature the time will come when the hoarded dust will be scattered for the benefit of all mankind. To all men and women, therefore, I do consciously say, make money honestly, and not otherwise. For Shakespeare truly said, he that wants money, means, and content is without 3 good friends. So that was The Art of Money Getting read poorly. Read fucking very poorly. Read incredibly poorly by Tom the SCAPEGOAT. If you kicked it with me the whole time, fuck you. You're a faggot. If you didn't, fuck you again.